And now for the thrilling conclusion of the TNT Video Game Podcast E3 2015 special. That's a lot of words.
All right.
Okay, so how about we continue on with more Square stuff?
Oh wait, we can't ignore the last Sony one. We got Ratchet and Clank the game.
Oh yeah,
the
Ratchet and
movie.
Clank.
The movie's coming out.
Yeah. I saw the test footage for that. That actually looked pretty fun. I've never played Ratchet and Clank, but I'd see that. I'll go see that movie.
That game is your dream come true. It is a collector's nightmare. You will collect everything in that game. I mean, it's even more than Lego. It's insane.
That's a lot of collectibles.
Yeah, and I think every time I played a Ratchet and Clank game, that's the only ones I ever got achievements for.
Are they? They don't have any on 360 or one, do they? They're all PS.
No, they're all PlayStation. Exclusive. That's always been a PlayStation exclusive. Yeah. But you can play them at Walmart or something. They're always on.
I always did see it like Toys R Us demos. It's Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
It's that or Jack and Daxter.
I'm excited to see just the movie because the comedy in the Ratchet and Clank games are hilarious.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. I'll enjoy it.
Okay, but yeah, Square Enix, like you said, was there in particular that you were like, should we talk about the overall insanity part, or?
Can I talk about a different kind of insanity? A good kind of insanity.
Okay.
The kind of insanity including 400-mile square maps and unlimited C4 known as Just Cause 3. Holy shit, I'm excited.
I know, right? Oh, the cables in that. Like multi-pulling cables where you can make things
I'm
collide.
So excited for that.
I can throw a man into an explosive barrel? What?
Screw that, dude. You can tie multiple Jeeps to a plane.
I like the scene where he zipped, it was like 2 or 3 helicopters together and they were like,
yeah. Like, this is stuff that was on there were PC mods for this.
Right.
And now it's in-game official, and it's gonna work, because, the mods were always a little buggy, but hopefully this isn't buggy. Hopefully it got it all ironed out.
Right.
Oh my god, that's gonna be awesome.
No, I think it was good. And it's funny, because I wasn't excited to play it, because their same company was working on the Mad Max game, which comes out in September. I'm really excited for that. But finally seeing more of how in-depth the gameplay is, and some of the mechanics they use, and the fact that I can, dual, weapon wield while I'm flying, parasailing, and they showed the glider, right? And they showed when I was
the wingsuit.
They showed when you're using it.
That wingsuit looks so much fun.
The water physics, dude. When they were flying over the water with that, they showed the wind just spray up just a little bit, like that mist stuff, and I was like, oh my god, that's the best water physics I've seen since Ubisoft stuff.
And this game, pretty much from how I've heard everyone describe it and how I'll describe it too. Just Cause 2, but better.
Right.
And, that's all I need. It keeps Just Cause 2, it amps it up. I'm going to play this game so much.
Yeah. And it comes out, relatively soon, so.
December 1st.
Yeah. So
it's not as early as some, but
it comes out when when we're all going to be playing all this other shit.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I can't wait for Christmas. I got to get that one.
Right.
That's going to be a day one for me.
I still got to get through all of Arkham Knight again just to get to the rest of the stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. That really tipped me off to be like, okay, I might pre-order it.
But just all the cool stuff, everything destroys in its own unique way.
Yep.
The other ones, all the tanks would blow up in the same way. This is completely destroyable, and the multiple tethers will create more tension. And they just know you want to have fun. They said there's no going to be wait times to get planes or weapons and stuff. It's just going to be there.
Well, and not even to the fact that it's not a very realistic. It's just a funny, crazy action
movie. Dude, fuck realism. I don't care about realism. I want to have fun.
But what's cool about it not being realistic is the fact that it's very realistic for not being realistic. And what I mean by that
is it's weird.
When you roll over trees, they splinter and fall over and actually get limbed down. I was like,
yeah,
it's really well put together. The attention to detail is very well done for just a crazy fun time.
And what I find cool is that they just said, we're going to have fun. You're not going to have to wait for animations or load screens for any of this stuff.
Right.
And we're just going to give you all the C4 in the world.
Mm-hmm.
They said unlimited C4. You can only place 5 at a time. But before, I think you could only get 12 total, and then once you used all, you have to call back to the black market.
Right.
They're just straight up giving you all the C4. They just want you to have
like
fun.
Unlimited
I am
C4.
so excited.
Can you imagine if I had that option in GTA? The shit that would happen around me. I would imagine you can throw it faster in this game just for the sake of just having chaos.
Yeah.
You would want to be able to quick throw while you're parasailing and stuff. So,
yeah. One thing I thought that was kind of weird was they had the 5-minute trailer for like This Is Just Cause 3. Yep. With the most unenthusiastic announcer ever.
He was just like
he got his information out, but it was just so...
This is the world of Just Cause 3, where you can go and do anything. And you know what it reminded me? There was another... What was the... Oh, GTA had the female announcer for the online, and she was like, "Welcome to GTA 5," and she sounded like a plane announcer, like the one who was like, "Put your seat in the upright position." Yeah, and I was just like, "What?" And I guess it works, but it's just like I don't need Siri in my video game announcement.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited for that. Of course, they announced some of the other games that we're already talking about. I guess we're too in depth.
Mirror's Edge.
One, but Mirror's Edge. I
know you're excited for that one.
Oh, it's still one of the best looking 360 games on console, and I think this is just. I love that they put a story, because that was the one thing I felt.
Yeah, they said it's a prequel.
Yeah, and I'm glad they really took the time. They took like 2 extra years to develop backstory to what they felt was needed, and I'm glad they just basically revamped it. It's like it's almost, it's a revamp.
I'm looking forward to this one. And they also said it's a free world.
Right.
It's an open world, which will be a lot of fun, just finding pathways.
That's going to be.
That's what I wanted from the first one. I was really hoping it's going to be a world, and it wasn't. But
I want to play it with a VR headset. Oh my god!
God, I would throw up, but it'd be so much fun.
It's so awesome. I'll be sweating bullets. Speaking of bullets, Hitman. Yes, Hitman's there. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Last thing we were talking about. They said there's not going to be any gun combat anymore in Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Like, they took out all Faith using guns. Like, she's all going to be hand-to-hand. All movement.
So
using
you can't
her body
even
as a weapon.
pull a gun away like you could in...
No, they said they got rid of that because it really broke the flow of the game. At least to me.
Well, I wish they could have done a thing where you could run and do parkour as you're using gun combat. I would love to see them... So you could be stable enough to aim and free aim shoot while you're leaping from place to place.
I think they could have done some stuff where they would have been able to do stuff like that, but I think they just wanted to focus on keeping the flow going.
Right.
Like, if you have to stop and do a quick time event or something to grab a gun from someone, and that kind of slows it down. And when he did that, it just felt very stilted once you actually got a gun.
Right. Well, because the game reminds me a lot. I don't know if you ever played it, but it was on the 360 and other platforms. But Syndicate, it was a sci-fi detective.
I never played it, but I remember it. Yeah,
cybernetic thing. Very much in the same thing of that game, and gorgeous. And it did parkour / speedrunning with constant movement and flow of weaponry very well, because it tried to convince you that if you ran up on somebody and you didn't have the time to shoot them, that you wanted to crack them in the throat and or snap their neck, take their gun and keep moving. You always needed to keep moving, because if you didn't, all the heavies were just going to shoot you down in seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, but I'm still excited. I'll play it. That doesn't bother me nearly as much.
No, I'm interested in that one. I'm not super looking forward to it, but I'm interested. I'm going to play it at some point.
Right. Okay, so
I'd pay $20 for that.
Final Fantasy World, Final Fantasy VII, yes, and Phantasy Star Online was a big announcement. I will admit the gameplay looks gorgeous. Because the trailer they had seemed like it was like a year in development before that. I don't know what that trailer was. That was really bad. But
I thought Phantasy Star is this a new?
It's just
called Phantasy Star.
It's just Phantasy Star. Yeah. Sorry, I said online.
No, I remember they had a free one on Xbox Live, Phantasy Star Online, which I remember there's about 2 missions, and all we did was just walk around the player lobby, and someone just kept asking for pics of naked girls, and someone was saying, "Katie's legit. Check out Katie. She's got nice tits."
Only in those games, man.
Only 2 people are going to know what I'm talking about. And I doubt Nick or Ian is listening to this podcast.
That's so weird. Yeah, well, I mean...
Katie's legit. She's got nice tits.
The game... I have played Phantasy Star a long time ago, but I will say the artistic style for this is really gorgeous. I do like what the gameplay I was seeing. I might play it. I'm not familiar enough with the world to be like, if it's something I can go in blank, then I'll be fine with it. I mean, I imagine this is called Phantasy Star. Maybe it's just the beginning, so maybe I'll be okay with it.
Yeah.
So that was that. Also, they announced a game called Nair.
Nair. He-Man.
Nair, and then it had scribbled gibberish at the end, so they don't want you to know what the subtitle is. Now, this leads into
the subtitle is He-Man.
This leads into our insanity that happened at not only was the Square Enix show boring, it was boring as hell, but also I'm gonna read off. Gus is just like, please no. So I'm gonna read off what the person's name is, and I'm sure a lot of people might know. Okay, so Yoko Taro, I'm assuming is how I'm pronouncing that. Taro, I think so. Is the creative director of Nair and is working on this project. If anyone knows, this person does not show up in public in their normal self. Something wrong with their face, I guess. I want to play that Plinkett audio right now to that, but I just something like that. But always this person wears this creepy moon man face. I mean, almost scarier than the one from Legend of Zelda.
Now, dawn of the first day, 72 hours remaining.
He will eat your soul.
Your children.
He will tickle your butthole with a feather.
I like how the first thing we went to was just, it's going to eat something. Your soul or your children. Good God, why?
What the fuck is that?
Why would you do that? Why would you wear something like that?
And if you guys want to see, I have a really funny picture. Gus can we put it here on this video? Probably looking at it now, but I had a funny picture and I put a subtitle of what he's saying.
I did, yeah.
And it's just like, that it's so disturbing. The whole time, I mean, you could hear him, so he must have had a mic in there, so it wasn't like muffled.
What if it wasn't him? What if he was just not even there? And that was just some other dude.
Well, I guess we'll never know. It's like those terrorists when they have like doubles and they go off into. You know what I mean?
I looked at it up close again. He's got like a slit Voldemort nose. Jesus.
He's also got like air holes. There's little tiny holes in the thing. Have you seen? If you really Google him, he's got other helmets. He had one where it's like a flat-faced moon. And then there's one where he has like just drawn on like a piece on like a paper plate, and he's shaking a guy's hand. It's like, what? Like he didn't have time. I don't know why, and maybe I'm offending people by asking why, but I'm just asking. But
is he ugly?
Yeah, like what's going on? Because if
I think
that is way uglier than anything you could ever show me on human skin. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what it is. You know what it might be. We're talking about him.
But
all these other developers that come out, we haven't
was talking about him before this. So
yeah, but it's like they're talking about because he wears these freaky ass freaking moon masks. Jesus, and it's so weird and disturbing.
Maybe Lady Gaga, maybe he raided her wardrobe and was like, "Can I borrow that?"
I don't think Lady Gaga's creepy enough for that.
No, that's true. She's got more class.
She's just weird. That's legitimately creepy.
That is just...
That's not just bizarre. It actually is.
Somebody photoshopped that on the stage next to Lady Gaga playing Bad Romance, and I guarantee with the dancing sharks from the Katy Perry halftime show. That left shark.
I forgot about the sharks, man.
Oh, God.
I love that picture of the shark. That's just the sad shark. Just I went to fucking Juilliard. Nothing says E3 like Juilliard. What's next on the docket?
Okay, so we are on the last one. EA. And I'm sure you'll want to talk about this. Star Wars Battlefront.
Should we get through the other stuff first?
Which ones?
Where's the trigger? Was Batman EA or am I out of my...
No, Batman's just anything. PlayStation mainly. But yes, the first person perspective of Batman is what you're talking about?
I don't know. It's just Batman. Well, I know neither of us are really interested.
Here's the thing: they didn't really They had one gameplay of it, and since it was gonna be out in a week from then, and it's out now. No one was really too excited, and I don't think Sony was like, "Here, you get to pitch a DLC."
I saw some stuff for the YouTube stuff. They had a gameplay demo with some of the guys from Funhouse in the Know.
Right.
They had the Batmobile, which looks more like a tank.
Yeah, Bat Tank.
They had some cool stuff. I thought it was kind of cool, like a dual combat system where you can switch off between Batman and Nightwing for certain fights.
There's Robin and Catwoman in there too. It's really cool.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's just another Batman game, and I'm already not into the Batman games a whole lot. I admit they're good games. They're just not... I get about 2-3 hours in, and I just lose interest.
It is one of the most beautiful Batman games you will ever play. The textures are gorgeous. The rain
it looks great.
Against his suit when you're air bomb diving is...
It's a beautiful looking game, and it looks like it'll be a really fun game. And I'm sure people that like Batman games are going to, I don't want to say shit their pants because that's usually bad. Like, jizz them, I guess.
If you're going to... Here's the thing. If you want to play as Batman, if you want the Batman experience, it's good for that. However, 50% of the game is Batmobile. And my problem is, and I thought they were going to fix this, but they didn't. So why did they even have us play it before? But 50% of the game is Batmobile, and it is based off of linear storytelling. You do not get the freedom to just call it when you want to, just to have fun to traverse. It is forcing you to ride the Batmobile in certain sequences for the story. That wouldn't be that bad if the fact that it is fun to drive through the city with the Batmobile and crush over things. It is not fun, however, to be forced to hold down the left trigger, go into tank mode, and do stealth missions with a tank. Stealth missions with a tank.
I don't want a tank Batmobile. I want a hot rod. I want the one that was in the Tim Burton movies. This looks...
We're never going to get
that. I take the Tumbler, honestly.
I think the reason why they're going
that thing still works like a car.
Tumbler with this is they're making the Batmobile, this one, match with the Batman Batmobile we're going to see in the Batman vs. Superman.
Actually, I saw an interview, the same interview where I was talking before. They said they had no idea what the film was working on. They just ended up with very similar Batmobiles.
Right. And kudos to them. Right on the money. So, Kevin Conroy's doing the voice again. I'm all for that. Cool. Mark Hamill came back for Joker for sequences in that.
They got Mark Hamill?
Yeah, they got Mark Hamill back.
Oh, cool. I thought he was done with Joker. I thought they were doing Troy Baker.
Well, they had Troy Baker for the prequel, or for the last one, but Joker had died, in that, so they had him for that. But, they had Troy Baker. Troy Baker did a good job. But he did a great job. They got Mark back.
It's cool they got Mark Hamill, yeah.
They got all the other voice actors, Harley, Ivy, and some newer ones for instance, the guy who did Scarecrow, which is the main villain except for the actual the Gotham Knight, which is a separate villain.
Yeah, didn't they make up a new Batman villain for this?
Yeah, he is the Gotham Knight.
Is he Gotham Knight or Arkham Knight?
I think they call him the Gotham Knight. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Because he's like the overall... Basically what his idea is... So he's got these drones, which are those drone tanks I was telling you about, that you have to shoot. And so, they're not manned or anything. So you can shoot them and kill them, and Batman doesn't feel any remorse because they're robots and all that shit. But then you're in the tank for a while...
He is the Arkham Knight.
Okay, the Arkham Knight. Okay, cool. It's all the same.
Which makes some creepy. It's called the Arkham Knight, so I was thinking that.
He's in a futuristic jetpack Batman suit. Like, what else can I say?
Yeah.
But, they've got the Red Hood in there. They've got a whole bunch of characters, but they do have that stealth thing killed it for me. And the fact that it's 50% of the game and it gets really repetitive breaks up the game too much. The fact that the climax is like a huge thing where you're just going around shooting the rest of these barrage of tanks, exhausting. Everything else was awesome until they forced that in there. I don't know why they didn't make it an optional fun thing.
I remember like a year and a half ago when I heard about Arkham Knight and they're going to have the Batmobile. I actually got excited for this game.
Yeah.
Like, I was actually kind of excited because...
But back then you probably thought it was an optional thing you called just to have fun with. Not something you would be forced into.
You get open world Gotham, hop in the Batmobile. Yeah. Who doesn't want that?
And you can go anywhere in Gotham. That's fine. You can do that. It's just you're getting pulled on a chain with the Batmobile to do certain things. Like there's a mission where you put Poison Ivy in the big part of the Batmobile, that big ass that it has. It's because it has an unfolding spot where you chain her up. and then you can lock them in there, and it allows you to have like a permanent, like a prison thing. That was the part. It's stuff like that. Didn't need to be in there. Should have been optional, but yeah. So
well, I think we're running a bit out of time here.
Yeah.
So I think we need to move on to the coup de grace that I think we're both very excited for. At least I am. I know. You ruined the build-up.
Play the music. Play the theme music.
Can
we do that? Is Disney going to rape us for that? Or no, we'll be fine. We can play. They don't care.
No, I'll do a cover. Star Wars Battlefront. Holy shit, I'm excited. I've said that quite a few times.
I'm cautious.
I will say I'm not as excited for like Just Cause 3 or Rock Band 4. Right. I'm excited though. After seeing some actual gameplay, I'm excited.
It looks gorgeous. Okay, the moment I got chills, Gus, during the trailer, it wasn't all the gunfighting. Although switching to the flight vehicles, that was cool. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm getting it. But what really got me shivering is not even the Darth Vader showing up, was the fact that Luke popped out. I said, oh my god, I want to play as Luke so bad. And he just...
Can I say one thing that will make me sound like the biggest nerd in the world?
Okay, go for it. We're all friends here.
Why is Episode 6 Luke at the Battle of Hoth?
What do you mean? What?
He's got the black outfit with the glove and the green lightsaber.
Oh, don't ask questions.
I know, but I gotta question these things.
I think they're just saying, they're like, here, iconic. You can take any skinned Luke you want and put him in any world. Like, they don't care. They're just, as long as it makes sense of, you can't have young Obi-Wan versus old Vader. I'm assuming that wouldn't work. Maybe you can.
Yeah, I don't
know.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't even have Obi-Wan playable, since it's just the original trilogy.
Well, I thought they were talking about doing an expansion add-on, so maybe, but I don't think it'll be old Obi-Wan.
They're doing add-ons, but it's for the new stuff. It's for Episode 7. They said there's a free DLC for the Battle of Jakku.
Right.
Which, they said takes place pretty much right after the Battle of Endor, and Jakku is the planet in the Force Awakens trailer, in the opening scene with the Star Destroyer crash. That's Jakku. It's not Tatooine.
Yeah, they're going to pitch those.
Oh my god, I sound like such a nerd.
Hey, if I know what the Wookiees' home planet and their cities, their villages' names are, we're fine here, okay?
To be fair, I don't know the names of the villages. I do know it's Kashyyyk with 3 Y's for some fucking reason. Right. Kashyyyk.
Do you know what Chewbacca's wife's name is?
No, I never watched the Star Wars Christmas special.
You knew Maul, and there's Itchy, Grandpa Itchy, and then there's Poochie. I don't remember the little dog's, the little boy's name. He has a son. Okay.
Okay, I will say, Tim, my prayer was answered.
Yes.
There's a melee button.
Yes, there is. The
hashtag worked. I'm claiming all the credit.
If you had the last episode, he was like, I'm not playing that game unless there's a damn melee button. We got the melee button.
I'm still going to play it. I just really want a melee button.
Right. Well, we got it. And that second demonstration, that guy just went, boo, right at that stormtrooper.
Yeah, and from what it looks of it, you could break some rocks, too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. The textures, dude, when the lasers hit the snow, perfect.
Oh, my God.
Reminded me so much. If that gives me anything of chills, it's because Empire is my favorite movie, period, of just like that in general, and that looks so much.
Just Star Wars or any movie?
Empire's so good, it can be watched alone as not even a Star Wars movie. That's how good Empire is. Dark Knight is the Dark Knight good. That's how good Empire is. It is so good.
You said it's your favorite. I'm just wondering, is that your favorite Star Wars movie or is that your favorite movie?
No, my favorite movie of all time is Blade Runner. My favorite Star Wars movie is Empire by far. By far. Millions.
But is it like top? I'm guessing it's probably top 5 for you.
Oh yeah. My Empire's in my top. It's in my top 10 list by far. Love that film. What's not to like? I'm being cautious, and that's because I'm being as cautious with this game as I am.
I completely understand the caution. I completely understand the caution.
I mean, I guess I shouldn't be.
I, however, am not that restrained.
Right. I mean, I know you're really excited, but I shouldn't be cautious because George just has no hands on it whatsoever. So I should be excited and happy. However, this is the first time it's been done without George. Maybe it doesn't go well. I don't know.
I don't think the involvement of George Lucas has anything to do with Battlefront. It's more of...
Well, I just meant the franchise.
Or you're just talking about the movie?
Well,
the franchise.
Because the movie does have a toll on the game because they're trying to release this game in the movie, and the companies are working together to get these to make sense. And when you do that,
November 17th is Battlefront.
that's right. That gives us just a few weeks to play before the movie, and I don't know. I'm just cautious of everything Star Wars that anybody was involved with. I shouldn't be because George isn't involved with, and we all know.
I think I'm confident it'll be good because George Lucas isn't involved.
Right.
Because he kind of just doing those ones like it's my thing. I'll do what I want. But the people
fuck
involved
you, George.
now have such a. I don't want to say fuck you, George. I'm just. You go have a seat with
you go watch George Lucas's other movie that he made called Strange Magic, his animated dumb movie, and you go tell me if you say fuck you, George, at the end of that, because I don't know what that was.
I can't say fuck you, George, because he did make Star Wars.
Yeah, well,
he made bad stuff.
Well,
but
some people would argue, did he really make Star Wars as much as the studio helped him develop a better Star Wars in editing and retweaking? There was a lot of studio changes in that first movie.
I try to be a more optimistic person than you, apparently.
plus the best Star Wars that you and I like, not even the original, but Empire and Jedi, wasn't even directed by Star Wars or by George Lucas. It was set by Star Wars. I'm just gonna say everything is Star Wars.
No, Episode 4 directed Episode 5.
Yeah, exactly.
You put the physical reel in the director's chair and give it a little hat and a megaphone.
Episode 4 should have directed the prequels.
But I'm feeling good that this game will be good in the canon of Star Wars because they have been doing stuff. Not the most popular opinion in the world. I like the Clone Wars series, at least the later seasons. The first few seasons,
the laters are fine.
Seasons 1, 2 a bit but the later seasons did get really good.
If there's anything good about the prequels, it's Ewan McGregor as young Obi-Wan.
Ewan McGregor is amazing. He was an amazing Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I think he was better than Alec Guinness. It's a bold claim,
You're
but I'm
stepping
going
on That's like me saying Brandon Routh was a better Superman than Christopher Reeve, and people about crucified me for that statement.
Well,
damn.
Honestly, I just feel Alec Guinness
on that.
He just didn't do.
He's a great
lot.
actor, though. Like if you look at his other films, he's like that's Ian McKellen before Ian McKellen.
I'm not saying he's a bad actor in any way. I'm just think that Ewan McGregor did so much more with Obi-Wan. Because, I mean...
Right. He did quite a bit with what he was given, that's for sure.
Alec Guinness was Obi-Wan for 2/3 of 4, and then he died. Well, Obi-Wan died, not Ewan McGregor.
Right.
Oh my god, words. And then a couple of not clones. God damn it, words!
Stormtroopers?
Ghost appearances.
Oh.
He showed up as a ghost. Spooky. He gave a couple bits of advice and stuff like that. And then, I mean, Episode 1 Obi-Wan wasn't that good. Episode 2 and 3 Obi-Wan was one of, if not the best thing about the prequels.
Yeah. Oh, okay, the prequel. Yeah, I thought you were talking about 1, 2, and 3 of originals, I'm thinking. Because to me, 1, 2, and 3 don't even exist in 1, 2, and 3. I'm still thinking original 1, 2, and 3.
No, I'm talking 1, 2... Just for clarity's sake, I just say 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah. And
in that regard, you have to acknowledge that there were 6 movies. I'm just going by what the number was. We don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, if you're going by Alec Guinness, the first original Star Wars is the most fun because it's him with 2 wonky robots, a talking dog, and a freaking... Like, that... The chemistry between the two and the way they don't mixes so well until he dies, and then it all just kind of goes to, I'll show up apparently.
It's also just one of those things, like, I didn't care about Obi-Wan when I was a kid and I watched those movies. I thought he was just some weird old dude who barely swung a lightsaber, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember getting angry at Obi-Wan for lying to Luke because Luke felt so betrayed by that. I remember that.
I just felt that Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan made that character... He gave that character much more character.
Yeah.
He was interesting. He was fun. Especially the script he was given.
Yeah, considering the shit third draft that was... If that was a third draft that was written, he does a very good job to extend... Like, stretch out the material. Sam Jackson, what the fuck? No. Poor Sam even got screwed in that... Hayden
Christensen,
and he's not even a bad
guy.
actor, and he has gotten a bad rap because of those shitty ass movies. And I cannot wait till he comes back, does another like either big franchise or an indie movie again, and shows you can still do this. Just people need to stop giving him shitty B movies type scripts to do dialogue off of. By the way, if you want to see a Hayden Christensen movie, they'll make you cry. Go watch Life Is a House. It's depressing as fuck.
Honestly, I do think the world of the prequels, the Clone Wars,
right,
I think is very interesting. I love the huge scale battles and all the cool technology. I was actually upset when they announced there weren't going to be Clone Wars in the new Battlefront. I was more upset about that over space battles.
I'm excited. I mean, I like
because
I like the clone battles themselves. I just don't like the clone mythos. That's so convoluted.
That, yeah.
Like that needs to be rewritten. I think JJ's done some tweaking, which is fine.
Yeah. The way the clones show up is completely out of nowhere, makes no sense. But I feel, aside from the movies, I feel with the shows and the games, they did a lot of good things with the clones.
Right.
Like if you watch the clone-centric episodes of the CG Clone Wars, they do so much with characters that are all the same.
Right.
Like, D. Bradley Baker plays the clones, and he brings so much personality to 5 identical people.
Right.
And they do it so well. And the the cartoon Clone Wars series was brilliantly well done, really atmospheric.
Oh, the one Commando. That's more anime-esque. I like that one.
Yeah, that one's good.
I like that one a lot.
That was the same guy that did Samurai Jack and Dexter's Lab.
Yep.
The atmosphere's got great.
It's when they did that Clone Wars movie.
Again, the Clone Wars CG series. Yeah. It gets good. It gets fucking dark too.
I don't want to have to. My problem with it was the fact that it took several seasons to get good for me.
Yes, that was a problem.
What I told people before, it needs to take only a couple episodes to get good to get you in the series. You know what I mean?
Yeah, which I admit is not a good thing of the series. Right. I just kind of stuck it out, mainly because I was just like, okay, it's an Anakin Ahsoka episode. I'm just gonna play Bejeweled on my phone.
Were you doing what you did during the prequels? You're like, it's gonna get better, and you kept getting slapped over the face over and over again.
No, when I watched the prequels, I would go watch it in the theater when I was a kid, and I'd remember the fun parts. I would remember when I saw Phantom Menace, I was too young to remember it.
Right.
When I saw Episode 2, I was like, clones, giant Jedi arena, Jango Fett, car chase. These are cool. When the movie came out on DVD, and I would watch only those scenes. I would literally skip all the boring talk on Kamino. I'd skip all the romantic bullshit on Naboo. I had a period for a couple of weeks where 2 to 3 times a week I'd come home from school, put that movie in, watch the battle with Obi-Wan and Jango on Kamino, then skip ahead to the Droid Factory and just watch the end.
Right.
Because Droid Factory, then the fight in the arena, then the Jedi show up, then the Clone Wars, then the whole big thing on Geonosis, and then Dooku.
You do know the sequence with Obi-Wan versus Jango Fett was actually mostly directed by the producer because George is doing B-roll. That's why that sequence is so damn good.
It's a great fight scene.
The sequence is great. And I'm like, but it doesn't, even that and the part where he's in the asteroids, all well put together, edited together. I'm like, who the fuck did this part? Because it doesn't feel like the rest of the movie.
I think 2 and 3 have some brilliant action in them.
Yeah, they have some good. I don't like this. I'll admit, I don't like the lightsaber action. I think my problem. I don't like the fact that people use this.
Some of the lightsaber stuff does get
Yeah,
very over
it's
the
video
top.
game-esque. I hated the Dooku versus Yoda sequence because I thought it just got so insane, and I felt like they had taken something where Yoda, if you remember, Empire was saying that this lightsaber is for protection. It's not your main offensive weapon, and using the Force using the Force is your main weapon. And all of a sudden he's like vengeful Yoda, and in Episode 3 he's stabbing stormtroopers in the chest with it from long. I'm like, what?
Okay, we've gotten
onto a George rant. So okay,
back to Battlefront. Survival mode. Which I thought was cool. Kind of a horde mode. I'm guessing 2 to 4 player.
Yeah. Sounds fun. I like that. It's new, isn't it?
And that video,
wasn't in the original.
Yeah.
In the other
no, that wasn't the original. You have to do things. Basically, they give a little story of you're a couple of rebels, your ship crashes, and my guess is you've got valuable information or something. Right. Otherwise, you'd probably be shit out of luck. And the Empire comes after you. They send some stormtroopers, and then they start sending other things. I think they send like shock troopers. Someone pointed out there's a shadow trooper, like the ones that have camo. Someone.
Just gonna do that.
Shadow troopers. Yeah, that looks fun. That video was where we saw the confirmation of the melee button. Yes, and also split screen. At least 2-player split screen.
Yep.
4-player would be cool, but I'll take 2.
That's cool because I feel like we've kind of lost that sense of going to a friend's house and playing. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that was something. They said they're not going to have split screen in Halo 5, which kind of bummed me out.
I'm not surprised. Some doesn't bum me out. I'm not like.
I mean, you still get co-op and stuff and all that. It's just online only.
When I play Halo, I don't at least nowadays, I'm not like, I gotta get that split screen, because now I haven't seen it for so long in Halo. I'm just like, at this point.
It's just one of those things that I always enjoy being able to play games with friends. Like I was
punch the person next to you after they bomb you.
Oh, co-op or competitive. Like Caitlin and I were trying to think of a good game to play yesterday, and it's like, what do you want to play on the one? And we had like Borderlands and WWE and Minecraft.
You should message Microsoft saying, "Damn it, 343, I can't do more cramped couch with Halo if I can't cramp my couch."
Mike and I still got several games to get through in that.
You're gonna play all the Halo games up to 5. You should.
The goal is go through all of Halo on Legendary
before Halo 5 release.
We did Reach
before Halo 5 release.
That's not gonna happen. But eventually, we did Halo Reach, and then we're doing 1. We're gonna do the Master Chief Collection. Go through that. Probably ODST as well.
One day, 2 men in a box will play nothing but the first Halo games.
Why is there a box?
I just picture you guys in just like a clear, transparent box being forced.
I was thinking like a cardboard box just stuck in it.
Now, Gus, Mike, you're not going to get any food until you finish Halo 2.
All right, back to Battlefront before we wrap up here.
They're
talking the heroes are Thank you. Good night. The heroes are power-ups that you pick up.
Yep.
So you kind of go through. I think it's like a power weapon kind of thing, and I guess you just pick it up, and then you can be able to play as Vader or Luke or Boba Fett or something. 40-player maps, so 20 on 20. I believe with kind of like how Titanfall and Warzone and Halo 5 is going to be, with some AI in there,
right? Which
I think will really help to make things feel a lot bigger. They said there are smaller modes, like 4 on 4.
Mm-hmm.
They said
which I'm glad. I'm glad they gave you that option.
Yeah, just some smaller ones.
Because they didn't give us space battles, so we better get some smaller options here.
Yeah. One thing I was interested in is they said that there was a ton of game modes. One specifically all focused on aerial combat, a dogfight mode.
Right.
It's like TIE Fighters versus X-Wings. My guess is like there's like 2 bases and just a bunch of X-Wings and TIE Fighters. They said there's a 1-on-1 hero battle as well. Yeah. Which is making me hope they have some really good lightsaber
Jar Jar versus Darth Maul. Oh, wait. The battle you never wanted, but you'll get.
In DLC only.
No. all those game modes, because I didn't even read all those game modes, so I didn't even have them all listed. So I like that idea. The 4v4 and the smaller ones and the hero thing.
Yeah,
I'm all for that.
You can get on that and do the full scale battles on Hoth and Endor and all that. That'll be fun.
Right.
They said there's not a traditional class system like in like the other Battlefronts or Battlefield, and that you have these things called star cards that you get throughout playing. And I think ranking up and leveling up that you use to add on to your class, which I'm guessing will change some part of your guns.
This sounds awfully familiar. DICE and EA. This sounds like a Battlefield tactic, and if I know what those cards do, it's like collecting those little emblem things to get my. I feel like I'm going to be spending $120 more on this game.
Yeah, I'm a little wary on that, but I don't know.
Let's see if we can actually enjoy it enjoy it for a good year without having to pay extra money, because as I didn't mention before and I forgot, Sony mentioned the DLC The Taken King for Destiny, which is massive, but you're going to be paying another $40 for it. Whereas the other ones were $20 separate. This one's a full $40 because it gives you a new subclass, a whole new set of guns in it, a new storyline that takes you to 2 new planets, all this stuff. And it looks great. It looks gorgeous. It changes up the game. But I am not shelling out another $40 for Destiny. That would mean I spent $80 on DLC alone, not including the game that I bought for $60, and I bought the game twice. Because I sold it the first time. So, yes. Destiny is frustrating the fuck out of me. Does it look better than the plan that they have for Star Wars? Yes, slightly. However, Star Wars, I think, has replayability to it that I think I could have more longevity to. You know, like I get bored. I'm like, oh, I haven't played that in a while. Let's pop this in.
Yeah.
I can't do that with Destiny because if I slow down and then I say, oh, let's pop this in, I've missed all these updates and I have to pay more to, who knows?
And you come back and with like an RPG kind of thing like Destiny, you're like, where the fuck was I?
Yeah, and I feel...
Battlefront, it's a multiplayer shooter. You hop in, it's multiplayer.
Simple.
Take a match or two and you're back into it.
And I cannot believe I am saying I am more excited to play a Star Wars game that's never come out over a game that I fell in love with again. that I refuse to buy.
You have had such a love-hate relationship with Destiny. It's so much fun to watch.
I don't hate it, and what breaks my heart is I still love this game and this universe so much more now because of all the problems they fixed. But I refuse to buy another $40 DLC. I don't care how cool the new powers are, and they look cool. I just can't. I can't. But I mean, that's off on another.
You can't, but you will.
Yes, but I mean, we already talked about.
You know you're gonna buy it at some point.
I'll be like, oh, I miss Destiny. Goes back, and here's the thing that pisses me off: you have to already own the previous 2 DLCs, both of them, in order to even get it digitally downloaded onto your system.
That's bullshit.
Because, for instance, you can pre-order, download it now. It won't recognize it on my system because I don't own the 2 DLCs. If I don't already have them on, my system will not allow me to pre-record, pre-download, reserve, whatever.
That's bullshit that you have to have the other DLC.
That's what I'm thinking they're doing. So
that's bullshit.
Not good, Bungie. Not good.
So if you're waiting for this new storyline and all this new stuff for the $40 expansion, you gotta drop another $40 to get the other two $20.
But it doesn't make sense because there's so many other things I could do without doing DLC. You can get to level 32, 33 without DLC. You just have to work harder and get different things, and you have to do other game modes. It's always been an optional thing. Bungie's done really good about giving you options now with these new currencies and stuff.
Maybe it's just something about the pre-order doesn't work right now like that. Maybe once it's actually released, it'll work. That's what I'm hoping. Because that just seems so ridiculous.
Than I am, like you were with the Star Wars prequel.
I just try to be optimistic.
I can't do it
because I'm so pessimistic about things. Yeah. I try and be optimistic about stuff.
Well, here's some optimistic stuff. Okay, so we already talked about Plants vs. Zombies 2. That was cool. Unravel. Let's talk about it real quick. Looks fantastic. That little indie.
I only saw a little bit about it. It does look really good.
Creators.
One last thing I want to say about Battlefront regarding some DLC. They announced the Battle Jakku DLC that's going to be coming out later. It's going to be free DLC December 8th, which I believe is like Yeah, free. Which are they just don't. I just think they're still going to work on it and just not release it right then. And they also want to be closer to the Star Wars, the actual release of the movie.
Is it like really good free DLC? What comes with it, or is it like to tickle my pickle and then make me buy more?
From the sound of it, it's going to be like one of the big 40-player DLC. It's going to be like a big Hoth scale battle.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that, but they don't know how much yet because Battle of Jakku is going to be linked with the movie, so they can't talk too much about it without giving spoilers.
Right.
So. And it's going to be free DLC on December 8th. But if you pre-order, you get it a week early. You get the first.
Spoilers, Han Solo dies. Oh, wait. No. I don't know.
Spoiler alert, Darth Vader dies. Darth Vader's Luke's father.
This is your father. Yeah.
Spoiler alert, someone dies in Game of Thrones.
All the time. God damn it.
Honestly, a spoiler alert would probably be if someone doesn't die.
Yeah. Please don't make me cry. This last episode is horrible.
I've seen people on Twitter and Facebook crying. I have no idea what they're crying about.
I'm gonna get you into it. You'll love it. Trust me. You will be.
If I just watch that, I'm not gonna know what anything is.
Yeah, well, if they some of them show footage of it, which I know some of them are getting taken down, but Anthony has a really good one where he responds to the death of somebody at this last one, and and then he walks to his room, he puts a rope around his neck, and goes, "Goodbye, cruel world." I'm like, damn.
All right, we are. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna speed through. Okay, the big one. We got it. We already know they're doing all their sports shit. Blah 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 blah. FIFA, NFL, PGA, NBA. All right.
Sadly, not too many more things about WWE 2K16.
Yeah, I was
but they got
that they didn't.
Yeah, they announced the first 6 guys. Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, Bad News Barrett, Dean Ambrose.
Seth Rollins.
All in the last one. Paige, who's a new diva. She was DLC. Actually, just straight up in the game. And Finn Balor, who's part of NXT, who. He's just freaking awesome Venom makeup.
Gold dust.
Oh, no.
you gotta do it right. Gold dust.
I just have to have it. That's what
I'm sure Gold Dust is gonna be. They did say this is gonna be the biggest roster for any wrestling game. So
awesome.
So far they've announced 6 guys.
And you know it's gonna look good on next.
5 of which you knew were gonna be in there. But Finn Balor was a surprise.
Like
to me, because he's in NXT.
You and your girlfriend made the comment that it looks gorgeous on the next gen platform, and you didn't realize it. They switched over there. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, going from 2K15 to 2K14 to 2K15, switching from 360 to 1. It looks a lot better on 1. Yep. The gameplay did change a lot. They made characters feel a lot more weighted.
Yeah.
They actually have like a health bar and a stamina bar now. They actually feel different. Like, I could play as Kane, Rey Mysterio, and Triple H, and they all felt the same.
Every time I see it at Best Buy, I play
14.
it, and I get addicted to it again.
Yeah, it's a very fun game. The career mode is fun, but a little basic.
Right.
Like, I got all the way through. I actually beat it, which I didn't know I could do. I got the credits to roll after I won the championship.
Right.
But basically, I want a better career mode, and if the rest is okay, the rest is the same. I'm fine with that. I'll probably pick that one again.
You're that WWE.
Maybe not like $60, but
better career mode for the $60. I'm just telling them. Not that they're listening. Okay.
So yeah.
So we better get on to the big one, because this is almost the holy grail. Mass Effect Andromeda. It is coming. Holiday 2016. Yes, we gotta wait another year and some months, but it is finally promised. Oh my god, the trailer. That is a really cool trailer. That using that country music with that and throwing somebody off with that background, and then he jumps to light speed without a relay. I was like, how? And then I was like, how far in the future is this? This is evidently centuries in the future. I am so excited.
Tim's a happy boy.
You don't understand. Mass Effect changed my life as much as Empire Strikes Back changed my life of film. I love Mass Effect.
Tim's a happy boy.
I am so excited. I showed that to my dad, and my dad's not a hardcore gamer, and even he about shit his pants. So
I'm gonna make you mad. I don't really care about I'm still stuck on Battlefront, man. I don't really care about Mass Effect. I'm interested. I do want to play through it again. I played a bit of 1. I played, I think, about 5 hours of 2, and I played multiplayer at my friend Nick's house. It's a series I need to go back and play through again. So
You got and don't even play it with other people. Just sit alone in the darkness of your own house, and you'll just be like, oh my god, these characters, I love you, I care about you, blah, 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 I hate you, blah, 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 and you will get, it's bad. I mean, it's so bad. You know how like when they say a grown man should never stay alone too long because if he watches soap operas, even though he despises them, he'll probably get addicted to a storyline. It's like that. Once you get, you're like,
I know it's a space opera, yeah.
It's insane, and it's. I still think a revolutionary game. I haven't seen a game match.
See, what I need to do is I need to be a member of Xbox Preview and then play Mass Effect on my One.
There you go.
I still know how to do that. Tell me after the podcast.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that. Really quick before we do that, I totally forgot. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have. Shenmue 3. If you haven't played the original Shenmue, the first one came out on the Dreamcast, second one on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
I played the second one, only played a bit of the first one. One of the best RPG role-playing games of all time. However, will it work in today's market?
Apparently, enough people will crowdfund it when they just say, hey, here's a game. We're not going to do it until you give us money at E3.
After the 9 hours it was announced, it went over. It went over its limit of what they were asking.
That
for,
was
like
just
2 million.
such a weird, not very... I don't really know if I like that idea.
I don't either. I'm glad you brought it up. I think it is shitty for PlayStation to say, we don't want to fund it for you. Why don't you come and announce it to get some money out of people? And then if you prove to us that you can make the 2 to 3 million within a certain amount of time, we'll help you fund the rest. You're good to go.
I understand that as an idea of getting it. Like, they have people you have to know are committed, not just a poll, like, who wants to play this? Right. Check. Like, people actually have to donate money to it. You have to put money on the line to say you want this game.
And it's fine if they don't have any other way of any other funding. I just think it's shitty to ask for money when you already got AAA competitors and publishers already giving you money, and then you're saying, here, fans, give us more money. I think it's really shitty to pitch that at a giant development campaign.
I think it is too,
rather than do it online.
What I'm concerned about this is that it was so successful.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that next E3 we're going to see more things like this. And it could be one of those things like that's how we do get older games revived. Yeah. Like, maybe that's how we get a new Conker's Bad Fur Day or a new Psychonauts or something. But
Psychonauts 2 is still getting... Poor Tim Schafer, he gets those messages every day.
I just really hope it doesn't become a thing.
Yeah.
Because if this does, I'm going to get real sick
Tim
of it.
Schafer especially did it with Broken Age, remember? His last game, Broken Age? That game was horrible.
I know.
The story and everything is great. He's proven to make a really good cinematic stuff. He should be making movies. That game is horrible.
I don't think at all. I think crowdfunding can be great. I've donated to some crowdfunding things for a couple of bands I really like. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just thinking they did this once at E3 for Shenmue 3. And it worked really well. I don't want it to be a trend in the industry where people come out of E3 with crowdfunding.
Well, I think you're too late because one was successful and now they're all. It's kind of like Hollywood. This movie was successful. Yep. It's shit. Jurassic World. It broke records. We must make Jurassic 5 now.
I think I would say Jurassic Park. I'd go with gritty. Batman was good. All superheroes have to be gritty.
Boy, they fucked that one up because they went there. Because Marvel proved it didn't need to be that way.
But now they're jumping on the bandwagon of, okay, we got to... Avengers did well. We got to do Justice League. Everyone gets their own movie or their own TV series.
God. God help my
brain.
We're
talking video games.
We're talking video games, yeah. But yeah, I needed to throw that in because I knew people would get angry if I didn't.
Yeah. What else? Guitar Hero Live. Are you interested?
I saw it being played. And I say, why not?
I'm interested. I don't know if I want to pay for a whole new guitar. Well, I mean, I'm doing it for Rock Band.
I understand that,
but I know Rock Band.
Yeah,
they're not changing it up a whole lot.
I think Rock Band's got a huge one-up with a lot of features that Guitar Hero. I'm just going to assume. I'm just going to make this prediction. Guitar Hero is the DVD, and Rock Band is the Blu-ray. One of them is falling by the wayside for the future, and I wonder which one.
See, what I think it is I respect both Rock Band and Guitar Hero for what they're doing. Rock Band's taking it back to its roots. It's keeping it simple. It's keeping what people know and love. Guitar Hero's trying to make it new and fresh.
Right.
Both are interested.
One's nostalgic.
I'm going to stick with Rock
forward. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the live first person was, at first I didn't like it, but seeing it work in a gameplay demo is really interesting. Like, if you start playing bad, it's an almost seamless transition to a crowd booing at you. And one thing I thought was interesting was pre-order DLC. They actually have, because like on stage it's like, you know, cover band. It's not the actual band. They have pre-order DLC for Avenged Sevenfold, where it actually is Avenged Sevenfold on stage. Like, it's not the cover band. Like, it's Sinister Gates and other band members who I don't remember.
Okay, I got a boner now. Has it got Avenged Sevenfold on?
Avenged Sevenfold's fun. Right. I'll admit, I don't like listening to a whole lot, but they are fun to play in Guitar Hero.
No, they have some of my favorite wacky songs too that I really like. Like, they're just
I'm not a big fan, but they're fun to play in Guitar Hero, and they do have some really good drumming and harmonies.
Right.
Or guitar harmonies. I think their singer's crap, to be honest.
I just want to play a little piece of Heaven live, please. Okay, that song is insane.
One thing I am a little concerned about is they haven't said anything about past DLC since they changed up the whole thing to 6 buttons instead of just 5 frets.
Right.
And they've been reusing a lot of songs. Like they have, I know they got Cowboys from Hell, which they've had twice now. I think they got, they had some other stuff that was in this game before. So I don't think you're going to be able to use anything from the past Guitar Heroes.
Slipknot in there. I'm just wondering.
Because I spent a lot on Guitar Hero as well as I did Rock Band, because those games are, I think, are about 450 songs in Guitar Hero. And if I can't use those anymore, I'm going to be a little upset.
Sorry, re-download them. That's the PlayStation way. Repay.
It's not just a re-download; it's re-buy.
Yeah.
But they do this thing, like, they have the live video, like the live performances for some songs, then they have Guitar Hero TV,
right?
Which is like you play along with a music video, and you can watch other people play. But I don't, like, basically you're just going to watch the track played live. But I don't know what that's going to, like, you're going to have a webcam
If it was
with it? Like,
Sony, you would have to repay it all over for digital distribution. If it was Nintendo doing it, you would get a fluffy guitar, okay? We're on the right platform. I'm just kidding.
It's Xbox and it's Sony, so I don't think it's got platform or anything. I'm just kind of concerned, but I'm up. I don't know. I'm interested, but I don't think I'm going to buy it until I can actually get my hands on the guitar.
Right. And you could probably, I'm sure you could go somewhere like to a tech demo or something and try it out before you even.
Yeah.
Like because there's a lot coming up in Chicago. We could always go check some out before release.
There were a lot of like when Guitar Hero first came out, like Guitar Hero 1 and 2, they had that everywhere. I discovered Guitar Hero at Walmart and I fell in love there. So
right.
Because I was able to play the guitar. I didn't know you had to strum while you hit the buttons, but my dad told me because he is smart.
I was gonna say your dad's like the big. He's the big music buff, right? I mean, I guess you both
are. He's a music buff and he's an engineer.
Right.
So.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Yeah.
He's a smart guy.
No, my dad's a
Happy
smart
Father's
aleck
Day.
like that too. With the
It's Monday now.
Happy Father's Day. You're a little late there.
Only 35 minutes. It's midnight.
Is he like asleep? You just go wake him up. Happy Father's Day. What?
Okay. We should really be wrapping up here. Let's do rapid fire. Anything else we need to talk about? Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Why the fuck was Danger Zone in the music?
To the danger zone. I love that. We were playing that during a heist in GTA 5 when you're in jets, and I about shit my pants with excitement. And immediately I had a montage of Tom Cruise in my head playing volleyball with his shirt off.
I want to watch Top Gun.
Oh god.
There you can play as the zombies now.
Yep.
And there's a whole bunch of stuff. Apparently there's like mechs.
Yep. They're making a joke of Titanfall, get it? Because EA, and they were like, "Here, pick
I know,
this up."
yeah, which is weird.
I was like, really?
But if it's good, I haven't played Garden Warfare, but I'm actually trying out EA Access for a month. Just like $5. Why not give it a shot?
Right.
And that's one I'm downloading to try out.
It's a really good game. It's fun.
I've heard good things.
Anthony and I really enjoyed it. So I think I'll play. I might get back on there and actually play with you guys.
Anything else? Xbox game preview. We talked a little about that. Yep. They're having some of it where you can, from what it looks like, you can test out new games, like new indie games, like Steam Early Access, but it's free. You don't have to pay $20 for an unfinished game that might not be finished.
I'm currently playing a space, it's called Elite something. It is a space battle game where it's almost like a simulator. You actually have to start up the ship and learn how to thrust and not thrust and throttle and stuff, and also do space battles. I'm playing that one currently right now.
Okay.
I haven't downloaded the other one they've got yet.
Okay. That's pretty much everything on my list.
Mine's all
a couple little things. I think that's everything that we want to talk about. It's E3, so I'm sure we missed some stuff.
Yeah, well, there's only some small floor stuff, but it's not something big, and we kind of already went over them. We just didn't go in depth, so it wasn't.
Yeah. Also, Tim, I just realized this is going to be a 4-hour special.
Oh yeah, of course. We're already at the 2-hour
double what
mark,
I was,
and that's what I kind of assumed because each one of those were an hour and 30 to 2-hour sessions, but we just did it in half the time. So that I'm proud.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Okay.
I like it.
So before we head off, Tim, what's your top 5 games?
Oh God, top 5 games. Okay, E3 or you mean
E3? No, ever. We gotta go.
Oh,
no, E3.
Oh.
You don't have to have a particular order. Just ones you're most interested in.
Number 1, Splinter Cell. They didn't show that. Damn it. So I'm
Ones
still
they
putting
show.
it there. God damn it. All right, no, I'm kidding. 5. I'll put Star Wars at 5. I'm a little bit more excited. I'm putting it at the bottom though. So.
Yeah. My 5 is going to be Halo 5.
That's your 5?
There was a lot of games, dude. It made the list.
God. Guess I won't be playing with you anytime soon on that.
No, I'm gonna play it. It's just the thing I got really excited for was Warzone.
Right.
And right now, that's all I'm really excited for with Halo 5. I'm still excited for it. I'm definitely gonna pick it up. Just maybe not day one.
Right.
That might be one I get for Christmas. We'll see.
Well, my number 4 is The Division. What about yours?
Anything you want to say else, or just that?
No, just I don't need. Do I need to say anything else? It's the friggin' Division.
All right, my number 4 is Fallout 4.
Nice. Okay. My number 3 is Cuphead.
I'm still holding out optimism for that one. I think it'll be fun.
Okay.
So, my number 3 is Battlefront.
Okay.
Again, optimistic. Still just gonna see what happens with the DLC.
Right.
All the bonus stuff.
Okay. My number 2. Ooh, this is kind of tricky.
It's tricky to
I'm excluding. I mean, it'll put a bonus in there with Final Fantasy VII stuff. I'm excited for that. I'm very excited for that.
Honorable mention.
But yes, and I really don't have room for this. So I'm kind of thinking. All right, my number 2 is Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Okay. I do need to play through the first one again.
Oh, it's so good.
Or not again. I never finished it. So
Awesome.
I think I mentioned the last one. I got partway through, and I just need to play it. My number 2 is Rock Band 4.
Nice.
I
was gonna say it better be on that list somewhere after you just talked it up.
I'm very excited for it. So, but it is.
I already know what your number 1 is now.
Oh yeah, you can.
I already know what it is now because you didn't mention it earlier or slip up. So
yeah.
My number 1 is definitely the reboot of Hitman. Oh my god! Because the trailer alone, just the cinematic trailer alone, sold me. Then they showed the gameplay, so I'm 110% sold.
And my number 1 is Doom.
You're lying.
I am lying a whole lot.
We all
It's
know
Just
it's
Cause
Just
3.
Cause 3.
It's Just Cause 3. Doom is an honorable mention.
After your big
That one
outburst during the intro, there should have been.
Yeah. No, dude, I am beyond excited for Just Cause 3. I'm gonna fall into the trap. I'm gonna have to pre-order that one. I know it.
I know I should have put Kingdom Hearts in mine somewhere, but that's an honorable mention.
There's so many games here. There's honorable mentions.
Deus Ex Human Revolution. Why the fuck didn't I even talk about it? I'm excited for that. I love the last game. The last game was fantastic. Soundtrack, story, gameplay, everything. So I don't know why I forgot that. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, Square
There's
Enix.
so much at E3,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, if I was to go through here, like, honorable mentions, the Rare Replay,
Well, a lot of the Ubisoft games kind of took... I should have put Assassin's Creed in there, because I've always liked the Assassin's Creed games. But...
yeah, Lego Dimensions,
Yep.
South Park,
Lego
Doom,
Dimensions,
WWE,
South Park, Rainbow Six. I should have put all that. Ghost
Mirror's
Recon,
Edge.
Mirror's Edge.
Gang Beasts,
Oh, Trials Fusion, Awesome Level Max. No, I'm just kidding.
Trials,
I
yeah.
don't even know.
I already forgot the name
I'm
of
actually.
it. And
I'll admit. I'm a little excited for Yoshi's Woolly World. I'm like.
It looks cute. It looks fun. I don't have a Wii U.
I don't know. I just there's something about it. I'm not getting that plushy Yoshi amiibo. I definitely don't. But I will play the game, and I don't know. It looks good.
Do
If
you
it's
even
like
have a Wii U?
Kirby's Epic Yarn. No, but I can borrow one from my cousin or something like that. I have access to it. So
Kirby's Epic Yarn is one I always wanted to play. I never got to, but it looks like it's so cute.
yeah.
Oh, one more. Not a huge thing, but Lego Avengers. They're making a Lego game specifically based off the movies.
Can we please? I'm excited for this, but can we please get an open world Marvel game that's not Lego, that is actually full modeled, awesome next gen technology CG open world Tony Stark flying around beating the shit out of somebody, please?
An open world Iron Man game would be awesome. I know it's been done several times, but an open world, another Spider-Man game.
Yeah, but can you imagine open world as Tony Stark? Oh,
That'd be awesome.
I don't mean just as Iron Man, but choosing to actually go out of the suit and be Tony Stark. Meaning I can go to meetings.
No, an
and
Iron
drive
Man game
around.
would be great.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about like Spider-Man. Like, I had this thought of like, oh, we need another Spider-Man game. I was like, there's been one like every year, every 2 years.
Yeah, well, the last two weren't good, unless you count Dimensions. Dimensions was okay.
The ones based off Amazing Spider-Man, the second one was a pile of crap, from what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, was actually pretty fun. It wasn't bad.
Okay. Just as long as it's not like the movie, I'll probably like it then.
No, it's pretty good. They had a cool way of introducing a bunch of the other like animalistic villains, like how they had Lizard and that, like the same kind of containment, but like we're had these samples of Rhino DNA and Vulture DNA,
nice.
and
So
it's pretty fun.
Straight away from them. See, I'm a Tobey Maguire Spider-Man fan. I like the original. Nothing against Andrew Garfield. I like him. I don't like him as Spider-Man, but I like him as an actor. I love.
I still haven't seen Amazing Spider-Man 2, so, but
good luck.
but Amazing Spider-Man 1 game is pretty fun. If you can get it for like $10, I say go for it.
Right.
It'll be a fun afternoon.
Yeah.
Or an evening. It's not too long.
I would like more Marvel games that aren't cutesy. I'm getting kind of. I don't have nothing against Lego. I love Lego games to death. I think they're very well designed. But can we get out of that? Can we get out of the Disney Infinity? And can we start...
Ultimate Alliance 3.
Oh my God! I would love. I never got to play any of the Ultimate Alliance games except at my friends' houses because they always had it. One, it was rare as fuck to find, and two, every time I wanted to play it, everybody had it, and I didn't have the system for it because I was ahead or behind or whatever. And yeah, I just I want to play a next gen version of that so bad.
Hopefully, it'll be backwards compatible.
Yeah,
I don't think it will be because they've lost a lot of the video game rights for Marvel games. Like they don't have the digital. Like they took down Deadpool and all that stuff.
See, that's insane, and I love the Deadpool game, and I didn't even get to finish it. I didn't get to finish it at all. I had it for like 2 weeks, and I had to give it back. I was so bummed out, and I was like, "Oh, I'll download it." Went to download. Nope. Iron Man game's gone. Nope. Like it's all gone.
Yeah.
So,
I think it's since Disney bought them.
Right. You know what's really good? The Punisher video game from the original Xbox. Oh my!
I heard that was a fun one. Yeah.
Awesome. It's so gory. People were complaining about what's it called? Hatred. But I kid you not, that was that current day version of Hatred. You could throw men's heads into tanks with flesh-eating fish, and you could see his skull come back. Like horrible stuff, and it was awesome. But anyway,
Also, even though Wolverine Origins movie was bad, the game was fun.
Yeah, the game's really good.
It's an excellent
bloody
game,
too. It's like when you make an M-rated Wolverine game, but they couldn't make an
That's
R-rated.
how you do Wolverine, right?
Right. The Wolverine, the later sequel, was really good, especially if you watch the unrated version. Holy crap.
All right, well, we're not even talking about games anymore. Well, we are, but nothing new. So yeah, Lego Avengers, from what I can tell, is going to be Avengers and Age of Ultron. Right. I don't know if there's going to be any other stuff in between.
By the way, the Ultron Lego is adorable. I want him so bad. He's so tiny and so shiny, and he has a little... There he is. He's got that... He looks like a Skeletor from...
He does, yeah. I have him on my desk here.
He's kind of creepier than the actual one.
I always have a little... couple of desk mates here, so...
Loki, badass.
I got Loki and Ultron right now.
Can we have Loki back already? I'm tired of this fake death shit they keep throwing on him. But anyways, that's another... Tom Hiddleston, you're a god. I'm just going to say.
Okay, we'll talk about Avengers some other time. Thank you guys for listening to Holy Fuck 4 hours. This might actually be split into 3 parts.
So yes, thanks for listening. I'm glad you could be with us. I hope you enjoyed. Let us know what you liked at E3, who you thought did the best panel, what games you're most excited for, top 5, top 1, I don't care.
Just cause 3.
Just cause 3 all the way. Go to @TNTVGP, or you can go to facebook.com/TNTVGP, and feel free to send us messages, comment, follow, subscribe, the works, and and enjoy this video and audio.
Yeah, and if you're watching the video one, you already know it. Blasteroid on YouTube.
Yes.
So check out there. We got other stuff. Check out blasteroid.net for all that good stuff.
You can find me.
And follow Tim and I on Twitter at the8bitmisfit. You gotta have the "the" there; it's very important. And at Gus McQueen. They'll be on the screen.
Yes.
I'll be putting all this on the screen, so videos are good.
Yes. Then you can talk to us directly.
Yep. And
awesome. Thanks, guys. It was a long week. I'm glad you tread through it with us, and we will see you next time, and probably have a special guest with us next week. So, peace out.
Bye, people.